Right, of course. And where were we? We were, of course, grading your final exam for sleep magic 101. Is that correct? Right. Your final exam consists of sleep potion, level 3 potency, sleep charm, and also an essay portion, of course. Make sure you're aware of all the terminology and the logic required to do something as riveting as sleep magic. Right. So, of course, I would love to begin the grading. Of course, it's something very important to do as a professor of sleep magic. Right. You, what was your name again? Spell that with the C, don't you know? Right. Thank you for the correction. Of course. So let's see your level 3 potency. Sleep potion now. Right. Okay. So, just want to see the colour. Of course. A bit more blue than purple. It's supposed to be more on the purple side. It's supposed to be more on the blue side, as you can see. Just give it a good whiff, of course. Make sure the different ingredients have combined properly. So, right. You know, it seems a little off. I think it's because there's a lack of newt tail. It's supposed to be 57 grams of newt tail in a level 3 sleeping potion, and this is clearly 56. So it's very important to get your portions correct and something like that. So smell is a bit sort of chlorinated smell, when you want it to smell a bit more like a medicinal berry sort of scent. So that's all as well. So I suppose I must take some notes. Inconsistencies and failures, of course. So just a grade book. Just right there. The colour is completely off. It's blue and hue and just to bring chlorination as well. Consistency. So now let's grade the consistency. It should be slightly syrupy, whereas this looks very watery. And I'd like to give you a better grade. Surely I've seen brew better potions than this many times during our class, but unfortunately this is your final exam and I must grade you on what to present me here, and what would you present me from someone else? And consistency leaves something to be desired, and student seems exhausted, which is good. It's extra credit, you know, if you fall asleep during your final exam, so you might need those extra points, if you know what I mean. So, right. So just got to write down, yeah. Taking, right. So, if we keep looking, and we've got as well as incredibly disappointing, actually. I wish you'd have done a better job and shown off your skills a bit better, you know. You're quite doing all right, but it seems as though you've done a very poor job of representing your skills, you see. So, maybe you should have... You must understand, of course, that it is your responsibility to keep up on your studies and your work, and you must pay attention during class, of course, and you must be diligent and have integrity in your practices. If you desire to future and sleep magic, you must take it seriously. You do not want to have to repeat class due to poor final. But now let's see. Based on the consistency, I think that you've probably neglected to add 3 essences of slime, you know. And this quality of the slime is important. It seems you've completely neglected to even include the essence of slime. It's a bit disappointing. I've seen you do better, and I know that you can be better, and so it's very disappointing. Truly, I wish better for you. And this potion is very... it's not very good. I'm just going to take some notes here. You know, student, not spelled with a C, spelled not with a C at all. Sleeping level 3. Of course, everything. Enchanted anyway. And not basic. Okay, really kind. I just got to make it wonderful. Everything is just fine. Right. So, okay, well, you know, I know you're trying your best, but sometimes our best is, well, it's not actually our best. You've completely, although it does seem you've tried to make up for lack of essence of slime by instead including a very high amount of nocturne berry, and while this does make up for the lack of potency by neglecting the other ingredients, so while it may come out the potency, of course, of a level 3 sleep potion, it so does not go by the ingredient book. But sometimes there is a reward of points for creativity and ingenuity, but well, you know, I'll take a nice little drink of it and see if it can take me down. I'm feeling very wild, of course, and I apologize. I often misrepresent the sleep magic profession with my energetic, if not annoyingly boisterous behavior. So we'll see if your sleep potion can knock me down. Right. So I taste the excessive amount of nocturne berry, but not of tears, and not exactly up to speed now, is it? No, not enough note of tear. Not enough native tail and not enough no presence of essence of slime, nocturne berries. It does make up for a sort of sedative effect, so while it is true that doing an excess of nocturne berry in your ingredients can cause a more intense sedative effect, it's also true that it is less long-lasting, and the thing about let's write that down. The thing about level 3 sleep potions is that it's not just about potency, but at once spreads out over time. People expect a full night's sleep from a level 3 sleep potion. I've got to tell you, I'm barely feeling the effects of sleeping. Oh, right. Well, that's the nocturne berry for you. So, I do wish you would explain yourself. Why did you neglect the essence of slime? Not neglected the amount of nutri-tail. But you tried to make up for it with nocturne berry, knowing the inconsistency of the colour, which we still losing your points. Nocturne berry, okay. You said to grow your own nocturne berry and you're experimenting. Interesting. How long have you been experimenting with your nocturne berry? What's the word? Not a harvest, but before that, your garden, I suppose. Right, okay. So you're trying to show off, is that it? You're trying to show off your ability to create your own ingredients. Well, that's in fact an extra point worth of you. That's quite lovely. You just should know it. I was not such a lenient teacher and lenient professor, and I was not. If I was a stingy old fart, then maybe you wouldn't have passed your portion of your final exam. Sleep magic 101. So you're lucky. You've got one of the nicer, more energetic professors who tolerate it. But right, so sleep potion portion. You can have that back. Right, next got the sleep charm potion. Just putting my quill down. Let's see your sleep charm. Oh, right. Okay. So first, it's not tied properly. So it's got a cinch, but the cinch is not secured. You see, it's not secured at all, and it should be secured. Because it can fall out, and you're lucky your ingredients did not fall out during your travels here. So that's something to keep in mind, of course. So the colour of this is accurate. It's meant to be a nice purple shade, and it's, the colour is important when you're doing magic for it. Each colour has different sort of meanings and has different magical qualities, and there's colour theory involved, of course. And then, of course, there's also the colour of the cord, which is yellow, not usually considered a sleepy colour. It would have been better if you had dyed it a bit, blue or even green would have been very, but you cannot. It's still a very lovely combination of colours. So if we look so you can hear it. You can hear the collection of herbs that have been dried and chopped and put into the charm. You hear that? Just give it a listen. It's nice, right? The sound is important. The sound when it comes to sleep magic is incredibly vital, and my favourite practitioner of sleep magic, she's created some of the world's most powerful sleeping charms, and even used around the world and many universes over. Truly a genius in creating all kinds of things is Ophelia, the apothecary. So, she could tell you the sounds of a sleep charm are incredibly important. So, just take a listen to that. Take a nice listen. Just like that, just listen to the sound of the herbs in the charm bag, of course. So again, multiple times, you should say your charm bag has loosened on its cinch. You did not do it properly, so you'll have to deduct a bit of points for that one. So, right. Okay. Charm bag. Not fast. Correct. Charm is just doing analysis called colours. Yellow, it is finest. But it's also a nice rich royal purple. It's a nice velvet texture. I did not mention it to you, but this nice velvety sort of texture. It's quite nice as well. So I will add a nice felt feel to it, or maybe velvet. So it's incredibly soft and creates ideal sounds for sleep charm purposes. So there's that, right? And so I'd like to ask you some questions, of course. So, what is the main use of using a sleep charm? Like, how do you use it? Multiple choice questions for you. So, is it you put it under a person who you wish to sleep, their pillow underneath that, or do you take the herbs out and make a tea with them, and or that's B, and then or C, do you sort of smack them with the bag like some sort of weapon or projectile? So A, B, or C? A, correct. Very good. Right. Now, I just want to make sure that the kinds of herbs in here seem correct. Give it a nice interesting. Very good. Alright then. We've got a bit of lavender in there, of course we've got. Oh, is that dried nocturnberry? Oh, sneaky. Your nocturnberry patch is coming in clutch, as they say. Dried nocturnberry, is that actually the ingredient list? How very bold of you to do this. It is your nocturnberry, of course it is. Of course it is your nocturnberry. Maybe that's what you'll be known for in this field, and I'll be very proud to have been your sleep magic under Professor, you're very, very tricky with that leading with that sleep potion. Right, so there's that. Take a look. Interesting. So, as we can see, it's prime quality of that. You've got those lavender. And we've got the nocturne barrier, of course. We've got a nice, is that, it smells like chamomile. Right, chamomile. Cool. And there's the chamomile, and we also have, as well, what is that? We have, what do you call it? It's not a standard sleep charm recipe, isn't it? Is this your own, or did you steal it from another student, or perhaps someone else? Right, what is that extra ingredient that I'm smelling? Oh, interesting. So it's been moon charged. Huh? And what phase would you say you've charged the sleep charm under? Of course, it's important to have 3 nights before the full moon to get the best moon charge, so the charging ends on the full moon. That's been given its maximum potential and potency, of course. So, yes, there are some mistakes, of course, like the yellow cord and the lack of proper cinching or tying off. But you've done quite very outdone yourself. Yes, you really, really outdone yourself. Yes. It's probably a really nice grade there. Just gonna write some notes down. Okay, so everything is just this is latest. Situation interesting. Very good. Okay. And I just charged. Very interesting. The ingenuity of the student is very, very pleasing, and perhaps a lack of sticking to structure and order. And we have perhaps a very new perhaps we have a new expert on our way, prodigy of some sort. Right. There we are. Just a very interesting sleep charm indeed. You did a very lovely job, of course. Didn't you? Very good. Right, now it's time to grade your essay. So is that? Oh my goodness, is this your essay right here? Okay, wait. As I would like you to know that you have a lot of ingenuity and you're very, what's the word, you have a lot of new ideas and lots of ingenuity and freshness and your skill with sleep magic, but your ability to conform to basic standards hold you back. If you're in academia, you must be able to follow some standard of quality, I would say. So, let's give this a look. Right. My eyes may not be what they used to be, and these glasses are not what they used to be either, so I'm going to have both. Okay, so interesting. Alright. Professor Obsidian. You cannot butter me up by citing my own work for, of course. I made it part of your required reading. Don't give me that look. I'm reading your paper. Alright, so... interesting. Very great sleep magic foundations. Sort of great. Perhaps it's time for a sort of breakthrough. Interesting. Sort of breakthrough in your... break new ground and just go different things. Definitely I want to pay respects to the green. As I can prove with this, the purposely tarnished paper, it is more about having it's more about having effective work. It is about having beautiful work and by a purpose. Interesting. Honestly, sort of. But just everything. It's just different. I feel going to have some different. It's different. Alright, actually it's better. That's good. Just been different. It was very just interesting. It's just that's part right there. It's really, but it's just hard. But you're supposed to be. Anyway, take a look at the sea magic throughout the head, really know what you can find this actually a lot more to be discovered if you just step outside with the basic things we can create recipes. Modifying through artificial selection. Ingredient we can create wrong. As you can tell, as you've reached the part of the other reading, you may notice the little paisley potion is actually really everything. But okay, so that's well, just but everything just corners in the same magic. Prevent as it is an investment, not very profitable, but room for creativity and as well as social creativity and as well as not creative, but there could be anything, but I was special. I could have done it. I would have done it, you know. I would have done it. I would have not done it. So I could probably really just if you think about it. And sort of lace orders like there's people so I took that from mostly just how exciting it can be to create when there's not been the ground. If you just find yourself and then you can really create a lot of it's just everything that could possibly be done has been done right. Anything that could be difficult has been. This last time we had someone mixing some upstream and grading broadcasting, cause something similar that could be fun. This is very good actually. So, important for everyone. Everything is going to be just. And then everything is going to be just fine, of course. If we just allowed ourselves to experiment a bit more, we need to do a lot more of this, and it's so good trying to run it like that. And this interesting. Everything will be great. Professor Obsidian trying to butter me up again. The great Professor Obsidian is going to everything is going to be a little bit different. Anything I could possibly be done is just the way that I do I see things. Of course, everything is going to be just but of course, yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, it's just it's been very interesting. Just a little bit. That's going to be interesting. And just underline that. It's just a little bit of something. Maybe it makes just much. And of course, each day unethically obtained ingredient, and that's why I decided to not include it in my disagree entirely with the way that it has been manufactured and the suffering that it goes through, which is why I neglected to add additional materials or neglected to add any slime for the way I added to completely thrown off the sort of pectin that comes naturally from water. Wasn't that interesting? As you can see, it's very interesting. A little bit of everything. It looks like a very, very good grade and stuff. I like how when you always say about the ethics of harvesting mute's tail and the essence of slime and pectin and lockberry being counteracted by this slime. It's very interesting, of course. But I really seem to fall asleep there. I wish you the best, of course, and you'll get extra credit for falling asleep during your exam, of course. As always the case with sleep magic. But you're very sleepy. But, you know, yeah. It's very interesting sort of exam that you submitted, so good job. And you pass, of course you pass. Flying colours, my colours, get the rest, and and send in the next student, of course, when you're awake, of course. Right, you sleep is quite effective, actually. It's quite effective indeed.